So right now you can go ahead and get a 7900 XTX for effectively, I think it's like $804. Now, I know a lot of you guys outside the US, you're not super thrilled because this may not apply. This is over on Newegg. We will go ahead and I'll show you guys the deal, how to take advantage of the deal. And if you want to do the deal, affiliate links are down below, which by the way, I now have Newegg affiliate links. So cool. Yeah, there's a bunch of those in the video description. If there's anything you want to pick up, I know I like buying off of Newegg over Amazon. So cool. That does help support the channel. So I don't think we're going to beat around the bush. I think we'll just jump right on in. We'll probably go back through when more people get on in. But if you guys could smash that like button, that gets more people in here faster, so nobody's missing out. So let me go ahead and get this pulled up here, and we'll just get right into it. So, of course, it's like right there. Cool. All right, so jumping on over. So Newegg's Video Cards has a article about it already. They're saying below 900. Well, we can get you even lower. Now, there's asterisks to this. It's not just below. The AMD didn't change their pricing or anything. But let's jump on over to Newegg. So this is the better deal. This is the one I can actually show you. So you have $595. Okay, so that's not super great. That's nowhere near 800. All right, well, if you use a firm, you can get another 10% off. So you take, let's just say 960 minus 10%. That's $96. You're down to $864. Not too shabby right there. And then if we go ahead and factor in the fact that you also get a $60 Resident Evil 4 game, so minus 60, you're actually paying $804 for your graphics card. Now, this assumes that you want Resident Evil 4, that you don't already have Resident Evil 4, and this is a game that you're wanting to pick up. So there are some asterisks there, but even if you look at it at $864, we're almost there without any nuts, butts, and all the jiggery and pokery. But once again, if you do want Resident Evil 4 and don't already own it, well, instead of spending $60 on the game, get the game for free, put it towards the graphics card. Bada bing, bada boom, you get an $800 or an $804 7900 XTX. Now, the other one is over here on Newegg, or on Amazon, I mean. There's a link down below. Apparently, there's a coupon code for this. I don't have it. I can't see it. I believe it's for Prime-only members. But one of the members sent me over this link here where it clearly shows the coupon code. Ivan over at Frame Chasers double checked. He could see the coupon, so it might be an area specific thing. Not sure, but you get another $98 off the 790 or the 979. And then, much like with the Affirm thing, if you don't already have an Amazon card, there is an option to get another $100 off of that as well. So you can get this one, assuming you have Prime or whatever it takes, or are in the right region for that coupon code, and you take advantage of this $100 off thing by getting their business card, then you're looking at under $800. So yeah, you got to jump through a few hoops here, boys, but affiliate links are down below if you want an $800-ish 7900 XTX. And with this one, you also get Resident Evil 4. So if you think about it, you knock $100, or was it 89 off of that? So let's say you do want Resident Evil 4, same sort of standard we have over on Newegg. So it's $880 minus the $98 coupon, assuming you can get that. So you're already at $782 minus $60, so you're close to $700 if you go through Amazon. So once again, links are down below. I'm guessing you probably also need Prime to get that coupon code. Not sure, but hey, if you can do it and you can get a 7900 XTX for effectively $722, now we have to change the discussion. The discussion about this card completely flips on its head. We shall have the discussion. Is AMD now worth consideration? Was that Caviz? Sorry, if I butchered your name. It says, no, it's not. AMD's not worth it. I don't know, man. At $800, that's always been kind of my, like, now it starts to make sense, right? Because it's not a 4090 level card. It's a whole tier below that. But it's now half, or effectively about half the price, right? And if you can get all of those deals on Amazon, you're below half the price of a 4090. So yeah, I mean, it's way different in pricing at that point. And now it's also so far away from something like a 4080 that, that's just kind of taken out of consideration. If you're looking at $400 or more or less for the AMD graphics card, yeah, it's basically in a whole different price tier. And that $700 to $800 price range, that's kind of what a lot of the older PC gamers consider high end for a graphics card. It's not anymore. It's not even close. It's basically mid range now. It's not even high end. It's almost mainstream level at this point. But if AMD is going to give you a second from the top GPU in that price range, now the value, I think, is competitive enough to get rid of things like ray tracing, for example. Sub $1,000 GPUs, ray tracing shouldn't really be considered too much, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. It's my channel. It's my opinion. If you want ray tracing, go buy the flagship of Nvidia and just stop whining about it. Sure, you can make it work, and you could use DLSS. They have other things you can do, but in my opinion, just buy a 4090 if you want ray tracing. Every other card under $1,000, it's not really consideration. So you get rid of that argument. The driver issues that I personally have and come across occasionally, they're few and far between. Once again, the value is starting to outweigh kind of the headaches, right? So it's almost worth saving the money for people versus the headaches. So to me, I say $800. That's where that card really shines. Now, if Nvidia drops the price of the 4080 $200, well, then AMD will have to go down about another 100. But in reality, I'd say right now, today, you can get it today. You don't have to wait for Christmas. You don't have to wait for anything. Yeah, you got to jump through hoops. Yeah, you got to want Resident Evil to really get the maximum value out of it. But you can do it today. Affiliate links are down below. And you're going to get a second from the top tier graphics card outside of ray tracing. Like I said, a few little issues here and there. I think, if saving a few $100, is worth it to you for some headaches and some faffing, go for it. Now, if it's not, just buy the 4080, right? You could just buy that, or better yet, just buy the 4090 and forget about it. Yeah, you're going to spend twice the money. It's faster, and you don't have to worry about stuff. Or you can go cheaper, 6800 XTs, 6950 XTs. Those are a little bit cheaper, but at, these price points, it's almost, I wouldn't get a 6950 XT at $600 if you can get this at $800, right? Like, the performance gap is worth the $200, the 33% extra. Literally it is, because it's like 33% faster. Plus you get more VRAM, plus you get everything else, more memory bandwidth. So definitely worth it over that. A 6800 XT at $500, I still think is a solid value next to something like this, because the performance per dollar will line up very, very well. And then, like I said, below the 6800 XT, you get a 2080 Ti used, and that's pretty much it. That's the market wrapped up. If you want super low end, you get an RX 6600 for like $150. I actually got mine on sale right now for like $150. So, because I got two of them, I don't need two of them. So yeah, that's like your the GT 1030 replacement, in my opinion. Harry's saying don't be poor. I mean, I'm giving you guys solid GPU recommendations from like $150 all the way up to $1,600. So tenfold. There's really just a couple of graphics cards that make sense in today's market, and that's them. The 4090 is in a tier by itself. It can command the price that it commands, and the market has clearly said that that's perfectly acceptable price point. So like it or not, doesn't matter. The market says that's good. So if you want that level of performance, just go buy it. Stop wasting time. Affiliate links are down below. The 7900 XTX at this price point lets you get that one tier down. This is kind of the forgotten tier of graphics cards, because there's really only two out of the box. Pretty sure you can get a 7900 XT to this level with overclocking, but out of the box, you have the 4080 and you have the 7900 XTX, and they kind of sit in their own little bubble of a tier of graphics card that's just completely ignored. So we usually skip from the 4090 to like, your 3090, 6900 XT sort of level. That's another tier down. So the four tiers of graphics cards, in my opinion, of relevance, is like the I guess you could say the 6700 XT 2080 Ti tier. 2080 Ti just happens to be faster and it's kind of its own little weird spot. But I'd say that's probably just the top of that tier. Then you have like your 6800 XT through 3090 Ti tier, you know, that whole like previous gen flagship tier. Then you have, you know, the 7900 XTX and the 4080, that's a tier, and then you have the 4090. In reality, yeah, there are lower end graphics cards than that. I wouldn't recommend them to anybody, even for 1080p at this point in time. You're better off just saving up a couple bucks, get the $300 GPU. That's my recommendation. But if you can't, or if it's for like a kid or something, or you're just playing old games, RX 6600 for sub $200 is just the only option that makes any sense to me. $800 ain't bad. That's Connor from Graphically Challenged. I agree. 800 is where it really needs to be. He's saying if it was just a little faster, definitely move to AMD for DisplayPort 2.1. As the display guy, yeah, I can see that being benefit to you, and better display compatibility. Well, like I showed the guys, since you just jumped in, I'll do one more recap because I think this Amazon deal is going a little bit unnoticed. So, all right, there's a lot of if, buts, and candy nuts on this one. But let's assume, by the way, affiliate links are down below, Connor. Make sure you use them. We were at 980, and then you minus 100. For this guy right here, the deal's right there. And then if you get this $98 coupon, you minus 98. And then if you count the fact, let's say you want to buy Resident Evil 4, that's a $60 game. That's a game you're like, yeah, a lot of people like the game. Apparently it's a good game. So I would assume a lot of people would actually want to play that. So if you assume that you're paying full price for the game, okay, you knock off another $60. So you're buying the game, you're getting the graphics card for $722. Once again, affiliate links down below. This is the deal if you can get that promo code going. If not, the Newegg deal is a little bit cheaper. So either way, we're damn close. This is damn close to $700, which is ridiculous. And even if you don't count the Resident Evil thing, if you can pull this off, you're still under 800. So, yeah, it's getting there. Connor saying that's a great deal. Yeah, that's the deal. If you can get that, $722 or $780, whatever, you're gonna pay $780. Just in your mind, just if you were gonna buy Resident Evil 4 anyway, maybe you're waiting for a discount, pay full price for it and get the graphics card effectively for $722. So it's good deals, man. Some good deals there, and that card, yeah, it makes that tier of graphics card totally worth it in my opinion. Around between that $700 and $800 price point.